Afternoon. It's not France. Welcome back to episode 9 of Bleacher Talk. Today's guest, he's an elite basketball trainer in South Florida. Akeem Morissaint. Get over here, buddy. Oh man, what up? What's going on? Let's see. Real quick, my mic you.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Bang, bang. It's always tough to mic. There we go. All right. So, we're here. Can you give the viewers a quick overview about you? What you do?
Like you said, my name is Akeem Morissaint. I'm originally from Delray Beach, Florida. I played high school basketball down in Broward County. And I went on to play collegiate basketball in Nebraska.
Nice.
I got a bachelor's in exercise science. After college, I became a basketball trainer.
Nice.
So nice. I stuck around the game.
Now, so what made you stick around the game and become a trainer?
Basketball is my love. Basketball is my passion. It's all I know. So kind of when my career ended, I kind of want to stay around the game, and so I picked up basketball player development, and I was really good at it. I'm really good at it.
Wait, so how'd you start, and how'd you open up things to that, for you?
Pretty much when I moved back down, I was trying to stay involved in the game, and around Delray Beach, where I was from, there was a company called Elevate, and there's a guy by the name of Gannon Baker.
Sounds familiar.
Well, yeah, he's very well known, if not, known as the godfather of basketball training. Nice. And he gave me an opportunity to work for Elevate, and I learned from a lot of great basketball coaches, basketball trainers, and I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wait, so like when you started, did you go through any rough patches when you started?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Let's hear about it.
No doubt. I mean, it's not easy, because first of all, you kind of gotta move away from being a basketball player.
Yeah.
And you gotta study the game differently. You gotta learn the game.
How so?
You gotta watch film. You gotta watch film. You gotta learn drills. You gotta learn just different plays and situations to make players better.
Nice.
So being a great basketball player doesn't necessarily mean you can be a great player development coach. So it's a different world, and you're gonna be humbled. Yeah. You're gonna be humbled, but if you accept the challenge, you can be good.
Of course. Now, when you say film, do you study film of the players in games and see what they need to work on from there? Now, how's that work? Watching film,
Watching film? Well, what I like to do is I like to watch film of my client to see how I can improve, what I can improve in his game. Another thing that I like to do is I like to watch film of other players that he resembles, maybe collegiately, maybe in the NBA, and take parts of their game and try to implement it into my client's game, if that makes sense. So yeah, just watching film and of just everybody, and seeing what Kyrie does, and what he did in that situation, and help my client do the same.
Nice. Now, do you also build basketball IQ? Because some players have the skill, but not the IQ to in certain situations.
Yeah.
To be so how do you build that up?
Very, very true. Again, that's a huge part of the game. IQ is a huge part of the game, because not everybody's going to be LeBron James or Zion Williamson. Not everybody's born with those genetics, so IQ plays a big role. So that goes back to film, studying the game, being put in those situations, putting yourself in those situations, allowing yourself to be uncomfortable in certain situations, and when you get in those situations, know your options, study your options and reps. So when you get in the game, you're not thinking about it, it's just instincts, because you already practiced it over and over and over. Nice. Yeah.
So to the youth, what do you to tell them right now on training for those kids training right now?
Those kids, what do I tell them now?
Yeah, the youth, like right now, in basketball, because the game's changing.
The game is evolving. The biggest thing that I'll tell a kid now is the game is very versatile. Being versatile is very, very important. Work on your game. Don't be, one-dimensional. Don't be just a shooter. You know, be able to put the ball on the floor. Don't be just a big guy when you're younger, because you don't know how tall you're going to be.
Of course.
You know, just have an overall great game. You know, overall just balanced game. One thing I also tell a young athlete is just be a sponge, man. Yeah. You know, listen to people that done it before you, that have been in your shoes already. Even if they're wrong, or you don't necessarily believe in what they're saying, just listen. Just listen. You know, and try to get better each and every day.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because like back when I played, like certain positions, that's what you did.
Yes. Yep.
I was raised, but thankfully, now you have 7-footers, like AD, crossing over and stepping back.
Right.
You have guards I wouldn't say posting up, but doing moves and whatnot, in the post to get open and make creative layups.
No doubt.
And it's super interesting to see the game change from basketball, position basketball, to positionless basketball.
Right.
And those players that are playing positionless basketball, they are the ones getting the favor. Joey, for example, he's a big man, but he can dribble, pass, and shoot. So it's just cool to see the game just change like that.
No doubt. Now it's amazing. It's amazing. Especially with all that success that Golden State's having.
Yep.
With putting Draymond Green, getting away with Draymond Green playing the 5.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It allows the offense to just
be
flexible and move at a faster pace. It puts people in awkward situations, man, uncomfortable positions. Yeah.
So thoughts on the game evolving? Let's hear about that.
Thoughts on the game evolving?
Yeah.
I love it. Like I said, it doesn't handcuff or put players in a box.
Yeah.
It allows players to play free. It's different. I love it.
I love it too, man.
Yeah. It allows the game to be, it's funner to watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot more exciting. The tempo of the game is just different. So yeah, it's fun to watch as a spectator.
That's true. Now, on your clients, when you train them, do you train them, as you said, very versatile? So what drills do you do to help them get better?
Well, it depends on the client. It depends on the client. If I have a 7-footer who can't put the ball on the floor, I'm not gonna have them doing point guard drills, but I have them do something that is not far stretched from their skill level, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
So fundamentals play a key part in the game of basketball, obviously.
Yes.
So because I see you on Instagram, just training kids, training older kids, whatever. But to your younger kids that you train, what values? Well, I can't say what values do you instill in them, in the beginning, and once they're playing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to, as a basketball trainer, I'm not trying to recreate the wheel. I'm not gonna recreate the wheel. The fundamentals of the game is the fundamentals of the game. So you got to make sure at an early age, or just whenever, you got the fundamentals are important. You got to instill that in them. The fundamentals are important. Now, with that being said, there are unorthodox ways to do certain things, and as you get good at those things, everything becomes fundamental.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So as a young kid, if I'm training one of my younger clients, if I'm training them how to do a left-hand layup, obviously the footwork is the left-right, left-right, left-hand layup. But as they get older and more experienced, there's something called a wrong leg layup, where they do
Kyrie layup.
Yeah, like a left hand, left leg layup.
Yeah.
Well, that's also fundamental as well, if you think about it.
That's true.
Because in certain situations, that's quicker. Yeah. That's quicker, and that needs to be done. So there's fundamental ways to be taught at a young age, but Steve Nash had a lot of different ways to get his way. Yeah. And those are fundamental. If it's practiced on in your bag, I should say. Yeah.
In the bag.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So for a second, let's talk about your bag real quick, because you played college basketball.
I did.
How was that experience for you?
It was amazing, man. I played my collegiately. I played collegiately in Nebraska. So I was very, very excited, but at the same time I was very, very nervous, man.
Yeah.
Because I have never been to Nebraska. I have no family in Nebraska. At the time I'd never seen snow.
Of course.
So But it was an opportunity, man. And I'm forever grateful for that opportunity. I learned a lot. It taught me how to be a man, live on my own, make my own decisions. I met a lot of great people, man, great coaches, friends that I still have in my life today.
That's amazing.
So yeah, man, I learned a lot about, just life, man.
Yeah.
Just life, and it allowed my game to evolve.
Of course.
Yeah, so overall, great experience.
Now, like, all right, for kids who like, wait, so was it that D1 school, D2 school, or D2
It was a D2 school.
D2 school.
Yes, sir.
Now, my next question: for kids that are coming out of high school who only want to go D1, can you just tell them that like, hey, like, there's more basketball at D2 and D3 levels, because like some kids are so fixated on going D1 just for the name of the school, but not the program for themselves.
Yeah, that's a great topic, man. I think it's great that a kid who wants to go D1. I think it's great, man. I think it's great that a kid has dreams of playing in the NBA. But at the same time, you got to be realistic with your situation, realistic with yourself.
Of course.
My advice, because I was one of those kids that wanted to play D1.
Yeah.
I worked hard. But you want to do what's best for you, man, in terms of, my advice to a kid would be go to a place that wants you the most.
Of course.
That would do anything for you, because you do not want to put yourself in a situation where you're not going to play.
Yeah.
And I know everybody wants to play, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit the bench. So you go to a situation where you're going to develop as a man, develop as a basketball player, and win. So don't be stuck on that D1, D2, D3, that stuff, man. There's a lot of people that play professional, that played at the D3 level, D2 level, D1 level. And just go where people want you and where you're supposed to be. Yeah.
That's a great answer, because like obviously nowadays like everyone's so concerned about like the name and like the school, and like, oh, like I'm not going D3, I'm not going D2, I don't know, like D1 or nothing,
Yeah.
And like that like really like it really kills kids. I wouldn't say kills kids, but like just be real with yourself, as you said.
Yeah.
Like that's big time. Like that's
huge, man.
Yeah,
that's huge. Yes.
Man. That's huge. So like from there, like I wanted to go after college. Did you want to play like professionally overseas or anything?
I did. Yeah, that was that was my goal as a young boy, to play professional. But during my college days, I suffered some injuries, man. One injury that I needed surgery for. And the option was to either get surgery or sit out for 6 months. And being that I didn't like surgery or the option of surgery, I took the alternative route of sitting for 6 months. And it ended up being kind of the wrong decision, because the injury I had didn't heal correctly. So throughout my career, it kept coming. The injury kept coming.
Yeah.
So after I finished off my career, I gave my coaches and my teammates everything I could. And after my career, kind of the injury kind of had the flame kind of died out because of the injury.
Well, that's okay. And, like now you're still part of the game.
No doubt, I'm still part of the game. It took me a long time to get over that.
Yeah.
Because that was my dream, but it hurt, yeah. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. See, like one thing that like me, like I played college basketball too, and like it stopped for me.
That's cool,
now,
man.
Like I'm over here making videos talking to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like life goes on.
No doubt.
People don't understand that like life goes on. Like I think it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome, man.
Oh man. Wait, so like, what's your favorite part of training or playing basketball?
That's a great question. My favorite part of training.
Yeah.
My favorite part of training is the fact that I'm very hands-on. So I get to I feel like I'm like on the court with the guys, doing the drills with them, cause I can still go. So I like getting that sweat, man.
Yep.
I like getting that sweat, and I think what makes me a really good trainer is the fact that I in my mind I still want to play.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I wake up, I still work on my game, and it allows me to demonstrate to my players. If that makes sense. So they're like, now I'm not only just telling them what to do, they're seeing it in me. So they're like, oh, this guy is cool that he can do it too. Yeah. So the coolest part of basketball training is that I can be hands-on with my clients rather than just telling them what to do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, like, I'm sure this off season, like in the NBA, like, or like throughout social media, like, we've seen videos of trainers just doing like BS drills, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like Damian Lillard posted a video on Twitter like last summer of him like hitting a tennis racket and whatnot. Like, making fun of like those trainers. Like, how do you feel? Like, thoughts on like those trainers that are in it for the money, not the game. Like, thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I don't judge other trainers. I'm never gonna judge another trainer. I do have my opinion on it. My opinion is, yeah, some drills that some trainers do, I would never do myself. But at the same time, I think basketball training is great because it allows different trainers to be creative.
Yeah, of course.
So you know, I love just sitting down in my house and just, you know, thinking, letting my mind explore. Hey man, what different drills that I can do to get my client better? Because you don't just want to do basic drills, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody can do basic drills.
Not fun,
So you want to be creative. You want your client to be happy, and you know, you want a training session to be exciting.
Of course.
So the great thing about training being a player development coach is the fact that you can be creative, man, and it allows you to be unique. So yeah, you know, I'm not gonna hate on other trainers.
That's good. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, how do you train kids who don't want to be trained? Like, has that ever happened to you before? Like, kids who don't have the drive to be trained, isn't it tough?
Yeah, it happens. I won't train them.
You won't train them?
No.
Yeah.
That's a great. I've been in that situation where kids, you know, walk into the gym and don't want to work. I won't work with you.
Yeah, it's
because
tough.
This is my passion, man. I'm not doing it because you know, for the money. I do it because I love it. You know, I've been in situations where like the passion, the energy is not there, and it's just not a good. You know, that's not where I want to be.
Of course.
So I either I leave or he leaves, or you know, but that training session won't continue.
Of course.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh man, like I love basketball, man. Like I still do. Like I play for fun sometimes, but
yeah, you're really good, man. You can shoot the ball.
Nah.
You're really good, man.
Thank you. But like it's just always interesting to see that like how basketball, you know, like there's no barriers to entry with it, you know, like player can just walk into the court and just play, like whether you be good or bad, you just play. And
You're right.
You know. Now this like I want to change the subject, but like and pick up basketball. Like thoughts on people arguing over like silly calls, you know what I mean? Just arguing over like pick up basketball, cause like thoughts on that.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. I mean, sometimes it can be excessive, and it can stop the flow of the game, and you know, arguing for 30 minutes is kind of, come on, man, that's too long. But I mean, that arguing's been happening since
That's funny.
you know, since basketball's been created, you know. But yeah, it's just, you know, listen, when you got competitors out there and people that love the game and want to win, believe me, there's gonna be some fights and some arguments and some disagreements. It comes with the territory, man. It comes with the territory, so it's fun. But again, sometimes when it's excessive, that's not cool. It's not cool.
You hear that? Hey, it's not cool, man. Oh man.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Like with pickup basketball, you know, like there's certain rules and calls, like. Like what's some like taboo rules for people that don't really play and pick up basketball, you know?
What are some of the taboo rules?
Yeah, like people that like unspoken rules, I should say.
Unspoken rules. I never thought about that. One is don't undercut somebody.
Yeah.
You know, you got some football players that like to undercut people when they play. When somebody's in the air, let them land. That's one rule. Another rule, man. I'm not sure, man. What you got?
What I got? Let's see.
What you got? What kind of rules you got?
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a lot of rules out there, but it's not coming to my mind.
Like to me, like it's not a rule or anything, but it's like my thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Like shooting for ball, you know what I mean? Like if you're a good shooter, you know what I mean, then like you can make a bad call and shoot for it and make it, you know what I mean, and get the call. So like shooting for ball doesn't really like settle like the argument, but like it's the fastest way. But like if you're a good shooter, then like you get every call, you know?
Yeah. That's funny.
No, because like I call some bad calls. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I call some bad calls sometimes, you know what I mean? Because like I want the ball. And I'm like, all right, shoot for it. I shoot it and make it. All right, cool, you know, arm ball, you know. And like it's frustrating, but like if you're a good shooter, then like you get more calls.
Right.
The ball goes in, and the ball don't lie, but the ball does lie though.
Let me tell you something. You just said the biggest taboo rule that I disagree with is the rule that the ball does not lie. I've been in situations where I've been hacked, and the guy said shoot the ball, and he makes it, and I'm like, yeah, the ball just lied.
Yeah, that's, like if you're the shooter, the ball lies.
Yeah, the ball lies, man. Listen, the ball lies.
Oh man.
So that's funny, man.
So since you're like an NBA, I mean, what's NBA, like a trainer, and you've trained some NBA guys. You know? Thoughts on the NBA right now? Playoff race in the West and East and all that. Let's talk about that, man.
First off, I'm very, very grateful that I get to train a couple. I have trained a couple or to a few NBA players.
Can you name them or no?
I trained. My first client was a guy named Johan Petro, who's no longer in the league.
Wait, how'd you meet him though?
I met him through a friend. Through a friend, he heard about me, and we trained for a month and a half last summer. He's amazing, really good dude. I still talk to him. Other one was Lucas Nogueira, who I trained last summer, 7-footer, really, really good. Very versatile, can shoot. And my current NBA client is Bruno Caboclo, who's just a very nice guy, man, who's doing very, very well with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited this is just a very good person, man. I'm just so grateful I get to work with him.
Like, these past few games, he's been killing it.
Yeah, he's been doing well.
Like, shout out to Bruno. I'm not sure if he's watching this, but shout out to Bruno. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, so like when you train them, do you watch the film like throughout?
Yeah, you better.
Like the league, yeah.
You better, yeah. You better. These, you know, this is, you know, they're at the top.
Yeah, of course. In the world.
In the world, you know, there's only 450 NBA players in the world, you know. And so you better do your research. You better watch film on them. Better watch their games. You know, you're working for them, you know, and they're playing against some dogs every night.
Of course.
So you want to try to give them an advantage against the opposing team. Opposing them, yeah.
Now, like, I'm going about NBA basketball. Like, people think that because like the NBA players like right at the bench means that they're not good, but they'll give you a bucket, you know?
Yeah.
So like, can you like explain or to like to tell people, you know, like how to say it, to like let people know that like if you're on the bench in the NBA, you're still good, like the best in the world.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, man. Those guys on the bench will come to your LA Fitness, your Lifetime Fitness, your church league, and give you 100. You know, the last person on the bench. You know, those guys, man. I have a lot of respect, even for the guys who sit the bench, man. They, you know, if you ever played basketball, if you ever played it, or you know, took it serious, you know how difficult it is just to even make it to a college level, D3, D2, D1, doesn't matter. Just to play college basketball is amazing, man. So just understand, if you understand that, then you understand what it takes just to, well, you might not understand what it takes, but you can imagine how much it takes, how much hard work and dedication and, you know, sacrifice it would take for you to make it to that level. So man, those guys are good. You know, and they didn't just happen to be there. They worked their tails off to be there, and they deserve to be there, man. So just because they're not playing for that with their NBA team right now, does not mean they're not good.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, keep it going. I probably like how to say it, last thing before we finish. All right, who's your MVP, most improved player, Sixth Man of the Year, and Rookie of the Year?
Man,
let's hear it.
My MVP, James Harden.
James Harden?
I tried my best to give it to Giannis, but I mean, if you give it to Giannis, you're telling James Harden he can do more, and I don't think he can do more than what he's done.
Yeah.
He's done a lot, man. You know, but Giannis is an amazing player. I think he can still improve. He can, you know, improve in his jump shot. So he will be a future MVP one day. But right now, James Harden is going to win his second consecutive MVP. My sixth man.
Yeah, sixth man. Let's hear it.
My sixth man probably has to go to. I think they're trying to give it to Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, but yes, I see.
I think they're trying to give it to Derrick Rose. Lou Williams is in there. Who's another sixth man? Am I missing anybody?
Thing is, like, I wouldn't think so, cause like it's between like Lou Williams and Derrick Rose, but Derrick Rose he's been hurt the past like 10 or so games.
Yeah.
So
that's part of why he's gonna be why he could be sixth man of the year, because of his history of injuries, and for him to come back and drop 50, whatever it was, and do what he did. You know, it's part of the reason why he might be sixth man of the year. If that makes sense.
I think it might be Lou Williams again, though.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can't deny that, man. Lou Williams is a stud, man. He's a stud. I think He's if I'm not mistaken, he's the all-time leading scorer.
Off the bench.
Off the bench, yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He's like a few games ago.
Yeah.
Who's your most improved player?
Man, my most improved player has to go to who is my most improved player? Don't tell me. My most improved player has to go to That's a good question, man. I'm drawing blanks.
I would say it's between Pascal Siakam on the Raptors.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's going to him, but like D'Angelo Russell, he's improved, but
We got one. 6 man most improved, D'Angelo Russell. I'll give it to you.
dude, I think it's Pascal.
He made All-Star this year, man.
He did make All-Star this year, but
Pascal has gotten better though.
yes,
Pascal has gotten better.
Like,
Yeah.
last season, this season, it's been night and day.
Yeah, good call, man. Good call. But I'll give it to D'Angelo.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
This one's, I wouldn't say tough one, but Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Oh, that is a tough one. You know, because Trae Young is making the push.
Yeah,
Trae Young is making the
after
push.
All-Star break, yeah.
But my man from Dallas,
Luka, yeah.
Luka is
triple double like a game, 2 games ago, like 26, 10, and 12 or something like that.
yeah, he's something else, man. He's something else. So I would give it to him. But Trae Young is going to be a really good player in the future.
And like,
Yeah.
they're looking exciting too, man. Like him
Yeah.
and John Collins.
Yeah.
Like, there's like one piece away from like
No doubt.
going over the edge.
No doubt, no
whatever.
doubt, no doubt, no
But
doubt.
next year, Dallas with Luka and Porzingis.
Ooh.
Them boys, oh my God.
And that's in the West. That's another team in the West that's not laying down.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So, West is going to be tough, man. LeBron has his hands filled.
Yeah, he does. He
Yeah.
does. I heard that like either he can land either Jimmy Butler. I'm not sure if Kyrie's gonna go to LA, but like Davis obviously wants to go to LA. I'm not sure like what's happening with that, but
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see how it plays out this
No
offseason.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Off season in the NBA is always fun, man.
All right, so where do you want Zion going?
I would love. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I would love seeing the Knicks. Because I never seen how the Knicks. I never seen the Knicks good at their best.
Yeah.
So I would love to see a great Knicks team.
Of course.
So I hope the Knicks get them, and I hope Kyrie and KD goes there with them.
See, that's one thing that like, yes, like it sounds good like on paper, you know, but like I feel like if a KD goes there, or Jimmy Butler goes to the Knicks, when Zion goes there, they're gonna stunt Zion's growth, you know.
Well, the thing about Zion's gonna need some help. Zion is not gonna go to the Knicks and just. Well, I might be wrong, but
Because like I would love to see Kyrie or like Kyrie or Jimmy, like one All-Star go there, like Kyrie or Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
So Kyrie goes there, so it can be Smith Jr., Kyrie, Zion,
okay.
DeAndre Jordan, and I don't know, like Kevin Knox, something like that. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But like the Knicks are gonna look really good next year.
Either way, I think Zion's gonna have an amazing career.
Yeah.
He's one of a kind, man.
He is.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah, he is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Oh man, but tonight's Duke game's gonna be I mean, like,
I'm excited.
today's Friday, so they play tonight.
Yeah.
Because I put this on Monday.
Right.
Yeah. No, like it's gonna be a good game, and like I don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Cause like I have Tech moving on, honestly.
Tech played some amazing defense last night, man. Yeah, they played some amazing defense last night.
So I just want to see.
Michigan had nothing for them. Michigan had nothing for them.
And I had Michigan making it too, but
Yeah. So.
that's the point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, right now we're almost done. Let's summarize. Today, me and Akeem talked about his journey training players, also about his college basketball experience and what he's dealt with, players, and also NBA basketball in general. So listen, thank you for coming on, and
Appreciate you, man.
get up, boss. Listen, thank you so much.
No
All
problem, man. Thank you.
I'm Mike Hugh.
Yes.
And thank you everyone for watching. All right.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Have a good one. All right, boss.
Yep. Thank you.